Alright, I think I'm live. Alright, tonight I want to talk about Mammoth Cave, rapid hypnosis, the word like trigger, chi, and reading the room, I guess. I was watching this stream here, and awesome stream. Stellium, you got Stellium, 13th Monkey, Jay Dreamers pops in. Who else was in it? Analog, waking up from Analog, waking up with Analog, whatever. The Archivist, that's his name. There's someone else, big name. I don't know. But there's a bunch of dudes that all talk about like petrification and like old history, and they read like old newspaper articles. But the entire freaking stream is this guy Burn Eye, the crypto alchemist, talking about how streaming works. I haven't been this freaking triggered since I was like in my 20s. I was like screaming at the freaking screen, like shut the fuck up, dude. Oh my god, ruined the entire freaking stream. And then in the middle of it, he like puts, I don't want to talk shit. Yeah, I am gonna talk shit. Fuck it. He needs to know this. In the middle of the stream, where stuff starts getting interesting, Jay Dreamers joins, and they're all chatting about like the petrification stuff, and immediately this Burn Eye crypto alchemist dude jumps in and goes, "Let's take a break. Yeah, this is a good time to take a break." Right in the middle of the fucking conversation, and then it's a 20-minute fucking break to the point that Jay Dreamers leaves, and now there's no fucking conversation. Oh my god, dude cannot read the fucking room. I haven't been this triggered by someone in years. Years. Oh my god. And speaking of the word trigger, that's a mind control word, hypnosis word, right? Check this out. I'm also, actually I'll show this first. First, I was watching this today.
I wonder if Asians.
They talk about like fake martial arts or whatever, and they're kind of right about like the chi stuff, but there are legitimate aspects to it though. Like there's certain people that can actually do crazy shit like this, and I think it has something to do with hypnosis, triggering. You're triggering a condition, a belief condition. Yeah.
It's like Chinese men hate Joe Rogan.
They probably do.
Well, hit fuck Joe Rogan, you fucking asshole.
I think they hit pause, Chris. Have you seen? There's a Chinese MMA artist who he okay.
What happens?
This is a different thing, but they're channeling Tai Chi force fields here. So they really just took that guy. Damn it! Fucking.
I think there's actually an aspect that's real.
This is incredible.
And I'll explain it.
This old man is he's drawing spiritual power from the earth.
How the hell is he doing that?
I don't know how the hell he's doing that.
This is gonna be awesome when this guy thinks he's gonna beat up this little old man.
Yeah, this little old man's about to steamroll this dude.
Fucking.
Oh, this is the shit right here.
Just shake my hand. Why doesn't he just use the force fields? Oh, we got snuffed.
MMA guy knocks him out. Beats the shit out of him.
What's Corey from Pawn Stars doing in the ring?
So the school is Tai Chi. That's his thing.
It's Qigong. It's chi manipulation. It's spiritual. He's bringing up energy from the ground to repel this guy with no touch.
Oh,
It's
man.
not working.
Wait. You have to turn the force field on, dude. You forgot.
All right. Anyway, that's what they go into. They give a couple of other examples. Having said that, I do think chi is real. Certain people can do stuff like that. But I also think what was happening with that guy, with the chi master dude from that video, is he is doing rapid hypnosis, but he doesn't even realize it. Watch these next couple of videos. Check this out. And notice how each of these videos have like a different conditions that need to be triggered for the rapid hypnosis to work, and how consent has to be given for it to work. It's a conditioned response. Check this out.
It's going? Okay.
Kind of relax, okay?
How relaxed do you feel?
Good.
Are you sure? You don't look it. Come and step in. You look me right in the eyes, okay? Just keep looking at my eyes. You ready?
Yeah.
Keep looking at my eyes. You're very nervous. Sleep. Sleep. 1, 2, 3. Eyes open, wide awake.
Holy crap.
He needed 3 or 4 conditions to have that happen. He had to get the kid to shake his hand. He had to tell the kid, let's go back. We can break it down.
You got to relax, though, otherwise it's not going to happen.
He had to grab him with his left hand too.
Good.
Grab
Are you
him
sure?
in the back of the
You don't
neck
look
with his
it.
left hand
Come and step in.
as he's shaking his hand.
You look me right in the eyes, okay?
Then have him look directly in his eyes.
Yeah.
Keep looking at my eyes. You're very nervous.
And then he had to
Sleep.
jerk him forward and say sleep. That's like 4 or 5 conditions right there. And once they're all met, that kid gave consent to it because he looked into his eyes after we asked him. It's kind of like when you get the whole like pocket watch going back and forth, back and forth. That's consent. By looking at the pocket watch, you're giving consent to be hypnotized or programmed. That's what's happening. I think that's what's happening with some of these chi guys. They're doing something like this. They don't even realize they're doing it. But then you get someone that doesn't give like consent to it, like that MMA fighter or whatever, because he wants to actually fight you. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to learn from you. He just wants to fight you. So there's no consent involved. That's why it doesn't work on them. I think that's actually going on with this type of shit. I'll show a couple more.
Stare, okay? Follow with your eyes, okay? Don't take your eyes off it. Don't take your eyes off it. Sleep all the way down. Sleep all the way down. Come here, what's he saying, right? Sleep all the way down.
Each of those methods all have different conditions that he's applying. That the other person has to, like, at least one of those conditions, the other person has to give consent to. And that's how it works. That's how hypnosis works. It's a belief condition.
All the way down, that's right. Sleep all the way down. Deeper, 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 deeper. All the way. Sleep all the way down. Deeper, deeper.
That's why they say, like, you only get hypnotized if you're agree to get hypnotized. I don't know. That's what hypnotists say, apparently, because it's a consent thing.
Just relax, sleep. All the way down. Now I'm going to get out my hypno gun. My hypno gun fires special sleep bullets. When you get hit in the head by a hypno bullet, it immediately sends you to sleep. Let me charge it up.
He just
Any of those bullets
placed
hit you
a
in the head, it
condition
immediately
on all
sends you to
those people,
sleep. Watch this.
and it's a consent-based condition. And now it works. Because they gave consent to it subconsciously. Remember in high school, we had
Grab the gun and shoot
someone
these
like
guys
this
over
come
there.
up
Take it. Take the
and do
gun.
this.
Take the gun. Never mind. Take the gun in your right hand. Got it? Shoot your mates. Turn around. Hang on. Turn around. Get the gun. Up in the air. Up in the air. Point it at yourself. Your gun. Point it at yourself.
Like, that's fucking nuts. And kids obviously don't understand any of this, and they're much easier to program. It's kind of creepy, actually.
Sleep.
He has to do patty cake. That guy to sleep. It's a condition. The condition can be literally anything.
High five. Sleep. Relax.
But the only thing that matters is that you believe that by doing that condition, you can put them into hypnosis. So it's really about your belief system, not the conditions. Because with a different belief system, the conditions could be way easy, or there could be no conditions. And I got a video I'm loading, but it's taking forever to load. This one's freaking weird.
Okay. You ready to be hypnotized? Okay, great.
Yeah, that's a condition with that. That's consent also. This is. But apparently, I guess he hypnotized her. That's fucking weird. But there's like 369 of these videos of people being rapidly hypnotized, where the condition, every time the condition is different. It's never the same. It's not like a step-by-step process. You make up the conditions. And that's what some of these chi dudes are doing. Like this dude, they got his ass kicked. Because the conditions require consent. And if someone doesn't give consent to your conditions, they're not effective. That's why the MMA dude beats the shit out of these guys. Because there's no consent. The guy is there to fight you. He's not there to like learn from you. You know what I mean?
They had the on switch.
Something's going wrong here. This is awesome. I love when white people and black people too, when Americans get into this shit.
I like both these dudes, but I don't want to hear them talk about this because I don't think they know what they're talking about. That dude he didn't give consent to it. Basically, that's why he was able to do that. And this guy didn't give consent to it and tackles him because he was obviously trying to debunk the whole thing. So just by having that nature of being like a debunker or whatever, he's not giving his consent. That's why a lot of the conditions for rapid hypnosis are, do you want to be hypnotized? They just lay it right out for who's ever they're trying to hypnotize or whatever. And if I can get this freaking video to load, like it's annoying as shit. I can't get this to work. This dude is one of the most interesting like rapid hypnosis guys I've ever come across. He supposedly is a teacher for Russian like special forces. And I asked Giuseppe Filato, who is familiar with these Russian special forces guys, and he also is a professional hypnotist, and he's really good at it. Like one of the best hypnotists around, best professional hypnotist. And I asked him about this. I was like, what's going on here? Is this like chi or aurora or something like that? And he responded, no, that's a conditioned response. So that he's this guy, like the freaking thing would load. I don't know why it's not loading. But the guy, the fascinating thing about it is that the guy applies the conditions of consent without saying it. So it's like a body language thing that he's able to like get the other person's body to accept it, like give consent to it, and that's how it works. That's how he's able to like control these people, like make them like freeze and like fall to the ground without saying it. There's no like, it's like a movement thing almost. Like his movement is asking for consent to the other person's subconscious almost. It's fascinating. Like you can see why like an assassin would want to know how to do that. Like if you could freeze someone for a second, then you win the fight if you're an assassin, right? And that's why I love the Russians. They don't mess around with this type of shit. Like it's usually pretty legit the way that they teach it. Where was it? Yeah, BitChute is a pain in the ass, man. I don't know why it's not. God damn it. Anyway, I think that's what's going on with the chi stuff. But I also do think that there are chi masters. But it's, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Like you got that one dude, Johnny Chang. What's his name? Johnny Chang? I think it was Johnny Chang. Yeah, this guy. Where he could light a newspaper with his hand through chi. I think there's two different things going on here. There's chi, which I don't know if it actually exists. And then there's connecting to the creator, which I think is what is actually happening with these videos. And the chi thing is actually rapid hypnosis. That's where I'm at right now. I don't know for sure. I have no idea. But I do know that there are cases where like chi is a thing, apparently. But it's like, I only hear like rumors about it. You know what I mean? Like there's no one on YouTube that I've found that does it, because it seems like they're not even using chi. They're just connecting to the creator, and then they're like they think it's chi. I guess I don't know. But yeah, this dude could set paper on fire with his nothing but his hand, and I think the reason why the whole chi thing works is because he thinks that he's using chi. It's a belief thing. Like he believes that the chi thing is what is lighting it on fire. And he believes it so much so that it actually works. He 100% truly believes that he can do that with quote unquote chi. I don't think it's that. I think it's his connection to the creator. And like vacuums in like the etheric atmosphere. He's like applying a etheric belief pressure. Like he doesn't even know he's doing it. I think that's what's actually happening. And then the path of least resistance, since the law of one and the law of vacuums is the highest priority law, it breaks all other laws, all other universal laws. So that's how, like even his body's laws, that's how he's able to light newspaper on fire, because of that etheric belief pressure that builds up, causes a vacuum, and a vacuum has to close toward the path of least resistance, which is that the dude just lights the newspaper on fire. I think that's what's actually happening. Now I felt energies in my own life, like a lot of times. But I don't think I don't know, it's hard to explain. I think there's a difference between chi and like connecting to the creator. But they don't know that they're like I feel like chi masters don't know that they're actually connecting to the creator through like a belief pressure thing. Like a vacuum path of least resistance type thing. Uh, and the Qui-Gon guys, um, there's a lot of like that. I watched some documentary on it, and he was like, I think he's American. I don't know, and it's really interesting. Like the guy is able to like push around an NFL lineman. I don't know if you've ever seen an NFL lineman. They're like giants. Like John Runyon, I saw like you don't realize it from like watching it on TV, but if you see John Runyon in person, the dude's like 6'8", and he's like 300 pounds. He's a freaking giant. Like, and he's like ripped too. And this little dude, he's like 5'8", is like casually pushing around this NFL lineman. Now, I don't think it's a cheat thing. Again, I don't think it's a cheat thing. I think that's something different than being connected to the creator. It's a balance, like a balanced body mastery thing almost. But I don't know. Like, I'm open to chi being real, but I don't. I think it's something else that they don't realize is happening. Like it's either rapid hypnosis or connecting to the creator or like mastering your body almost in certain aspects. I think that's what is actually happening with chi. Uh, Now it could be real. I don't know for sure. I'm open to it, but from what I've come across, I don't think it is. Or maybe it is, but only for there's only dudes that like no one hears about that can do it. I don't know. Uh, yeah, that's mainly what I kind of wanted to talk about. Yeah. Even this dude, he explains that there are two ways to do this stuff. He says there's a way to do it with chi and there's a way to do it with connecting to the creator. So maybe chi is real, but I don't know. Why is that guy? I showed him on my videos before, but I've been getting into like I've, I got into like a YouTube comment battle with this argument or whatever with this guy from this channel called Magic Isn't Real, because I think it is real, and it depends on the definition of magic. But he tries to debunk Grandmaster Wolf, and he doesn't do it properly. But he does bring up good points. First off, why has he got to wear those robes and that like bead thing to do to do this to do the burning of the piece of plastic or whatever? Like I want to see him do that in a hoodie in street clothes. Why does he got to wear all that fancy stuff? Why? Like I'll show the sound. Why is it pouring rain on the sound? Is he trying to hide something for the sound? Like a heat gun, maybe? It's a good point. But the way, on the other hand, the way this guy talks about it, I think he's actually legit. But he does have there are like a lot of things about him that are kind of shady. Like the robe. and like the way he talks like in like a cadence, like he was trained to talk that way. But then again, the guy laughs like his laugh is like it feels super genuine. So I can't get a read on him. And what he says about how it works matches with how I think miracles work. You you connect with the creator. It's not a chi thing. And he says that both of them can work. Maybe both of them can work. I don't know. But I think it's more connecting to the creator and like a belief system thing. Like think about Jesus. His belief system was true love, right? Like it's hard to not believe that true love can't do magic, can't do miracles, right? It's really hard to not believe that. I mean, know. I don't know how he actually like made himself think that. I don't know. But I think that dude Jonathan, Adam Pants, was tapped into that. And I've not found anyone else that it was as tapped in as him, except for maybe like random shaman. I would see like on online. Maybe Ernst Veeder. I don't know. He's another dude that can do like levitation, telekinesis, and stuff. People think he's bullshit. I don't think he is because of the way he explains how it works. He says he basically says that he's connecting to the creator and that like even when he talks about how he was able to do it, how he trained himself, it sounds like it was him finally choosing to uh, know himself, master himself. That's what did it. And if you really think about it, like these belief conditions, like my last stream and the stream with Eric Peterson, uh, we talk about the guy from Hunter x Hunter, Nitero, and what he had to do to be able to like punch super fast or whatever. Um, that's like a belief condition, right? Like it's like a way to prove your conviction, to to prove your belief in yourself. That's what's actually happening. So, and if you believe in yourself, you're believing in the oneness of everything, right? You're believing in God by believing in yourself. Not that you're like, I don't know. It's hard. It's a really hard concept to explain in English. I don't know any other languages, but I don't know. That's what I kind of wanted to talk about. Um, let's see what else I go into. Maybe this video finally freaking loaded. No, of course not. Like it loads fine every other time, but not now. Pain in the ass. Like what the hell? That's such a pain in the butt. Anyway, that's basically what I wanted to talk about. Also, uh, this dude is hilarious. One of the funniest dudes on the internet. Nick Rockford is his name. I've been watching these videos when I just want to like chill, and they're actually really helpful. he he basically just breaks down. People send him uh, like addresses for like a property, and then he breaks down the property, and it's actually great advice, and the guy's hilarious when he does it. And I think he's spot on about all the properties that he like breaks it down to. I don't know. Funny stream. And what else did I want to talk about? Let's see what this chat's saying. The master cell, she can be seen with special cameras. If the master sells something, he's a fraud. I kind of agree with that, but not necessarily. Like, I find it like odd that like people have no problem with OnlyFans or something like that, paying people for like degenerate behavior that's ruining the whole society. People, you don't hear anyone ever talk about that. How that's bad. No, they're liars or something like that. No one criticizes them for doing that. But if someone is trying to teach you how to do freaking miracles and he wants to get paid for it, then he's automatically evil. Like that never sat well with me. Like yeah, he could be. And I'm sure there's plenty of uh like charlatans. Mostly I bet there's a ton of like psyops about it too. That they're purposely doing it to prevent people from learning how to do miracles. Because I think learning how to do miracles is the number one thing that the demons don't want anyone to figure out. Like they'll sacrifice everything else. They'll sacrifice like I don't know, everything. That's the one thing. The one thing they cannot let humans remember. Uh so there could be like a bunch of psyops about it that are actually frauds, but they're pretending to be real. But I don't think Grandmaster Wolf is. He hasn't met my criteria yet that he's fake. Just from how he explains it, he's talking about reconnecting to the Creator, which is the last thing demons want, which is how miracles work. I think. Um, yeah. What else did you say there, Nick? Dimension. I mean, that's a good take from like hold on. She can be seen with. That's a good take about the Masters uh, being frauds if they sell something. But on average, but you should still check them out because not everyone that's trying to sell you how to do freaking miracles is a charlatan. Is what I'm saying. And sorry. Oh yeah, she can be seen through special cameras. Yeah, I agree. I think it's like I talked about it with Eric Peterson last night or yesterday afternoon, and it's like a Riddick from Pitch Black or the Chronicles of Riddick. Or whatever. Oh my God, that dude triggered the shit. Sorry, uh, Riddick. Riddick can see Aurora on like a I don't know, on like a very high scale. Like I think that Jonathan dude could see it. He sees ether, basically, and that's kind of what Adam Pants explains when he said his veil dropped. He could see ether. This is Vin Diesel's best movie, by the way. Best character.
Here's what's gonna happen.
He's a cocky asshole.
60 seconds, you're gonna take these chains off me. We're gonna make a play for those nodes and get off this rock. But somewhere along the line, when it gets really bad,
I'm gonna keep going. But this movie's awesome because it's like it shows you like how we're controlled and how a sovereign would act in this realm. Riddick is a sovereign. He's a sovereign living man. Like they can't get him to march to their tune even when he's like locked up. he doesn't march to their tune, whatever. He marches to his own tune, no matter what, even if he's locked up, even if he's like, and he still like does what he says. He's a man of his word, even when he's locked up. He says, I don't want to get copyright thing, but the thing he says is, no matter what, don't take these chains off, because in the first 5 seconds, I'm going to kill that guy for killing, because the guy killed his dog earlier, and they end up taking the chains off because there's these monsters outside or something, and he's like really good at killing people. So they take the chains off, and literally in the first 5 seconds, he kills the dude. And like he marches to his own tune, and no one can sway that. That's the whole thing. That's what that manga One Piece is about, basically. It's like, are you strong enough to do what you want without anyone stopping you? It's about being sovereign. That's why I love. That's why I always talk about Doctor Doom, because this is the last thing I'm going to talk about. Because I'm getting, whenever I start talking about Doctor Doom is when I need to shut it down. Sauron, Saturn. I talked about this in the last stream too. There's Sauron, Saturn, the Lord of the Rings. Saturn's got the rings. Sauron, Satan, Santa, Sargon. It controls time, controls manipulation. And how does Frodo destroy? Where does Frodo take the ring of power to destroy it? Mount Doom, right? Well, in Marvel Comics, one of the strongest characters, probably the strongest, is Doctor Doom, and he's not a doctor. He gave himself that title because he thinks doctors are idiots, and then he is the most sovereign living man in the whole Marvel universe. He's just a human, but he's stronger than everyone because he's sovereign. He's an actual sovereign living man, and he's mastered like alchemy, magic, occult stuff, science, everything. And he's starts a country by himself, and his people love him. And like even to the point that the UN tries to stop him, and they call in the Avengers to stop him from starting his own country. And you want to know what happens? Doctor Doom starts his own country, and the Avengers all lose. That's how powerful a sovereign living, like a truly sovereign living man would be, I think. Like Riddick. Riddick would meet that. I mean, he's not, obviously it's embellished with Doctor Doom, but that's what that manga One Piece talks about too. And Riddick would be like that. He marches to his own tune no matter what. No one can tell him what to do. It goes into that whole. Ellen Benjamin was talking about it yesterday. They say do not comply. It's really do not rely. Become your own country, your own people. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm going to shut up now. At 45 minutes, that's enough. I'm going to shut down the stream unless there's any more questions or anything. Yeah. GM Master also thinks Earth and globe leaves an evolution of Big Mac. Yeah. Here's the thing, though. Not everyone is on the level with that. You know what I mean? Just because they don't believe something like that means that they're not right about like other things. That's not a big issue to me. I'm totally fine with someone not being on the same page with that. Think about it. Before you figured that out, I'm sure you were like, yeah, that's nonsense, right? That's how I was. But then once I started figuring out that everything, like all these lies, it made a lot more sense. And you can also see why they wouldn't even like entertain it because it's like it's too much for them. But it doesn't mean everything else they're saying is wrong, right? That's not a knock on it, in my opinion. Acupuncture nodes can be seen under microscope. That's interesting. I'd have to look into that more. Similar in Hell's Paradise. They couldn't execute the main character. What's Hell's? I don't know what Hell's Paradise is. Um, but yeah, the acupuncture nodes. I have a theory about mosquitoes. That one of the I was talking about mosquitoes with Eric Peterson yesterday. One of the aspects of mosquitoes is to open our acupuncture nodes, like our aurora nodes. And the aurora stuff can be seen. It's there's two ways it works though. You can see demons with infrared night vision, like the original infrared that you can't really buy anymore. Apparently, like apparently back in Vietnam, they had like the real infrared night vision, where everything was red, not green, like modern night vision, and they could see like creatures in Vietnam, and they would start shooting at them out of the helicopter, even though they couldn't see anything. Like no, to the naked eye, you couldn't see anything, but they would see it with the night vision. And then another one would be, I think, aurora, our aurora or whatever, is on the ultraviolet spectrum, not the infrared. We're on a higher frequency, our aurora, while the demons are on the lower frequency, lower level, more complicated, like machine code in a computer program, and it's also heavier because the Earth gets denser the farther you go down. And I don't think we've been uh, able to go drill down more than like 7.5 miles or something like that. It's because it gets too dense. It's like the beaming thing, as above, so below. Another one is, yeah, that's why I think the aurora is really ultraviolet, and you can see the ultraviolet um, with damn it, what the hell was I gonna say? Ultraviolet. Damn it. Oh, that Giuseppe Filato guy. He's a professional hypnotist, one of the best, like alive. Like I 100% recommend if you want to do hypnotism type thing. He's the guy. Go to him. And he's also a master martial artist in these like Russian martial arts. Like when he, I don't speak, but he says on one of his streams, like the first time that he met one of these Russian dudes, that he was a professional bodyguard for someone, and he was going to like his job, like they were gonna do like a deal or whatever, and he sees this dude sitting in the car across the street, and he just had a feeling that dude he wanted no part of. He said something like, he told his boss like, "Nah, deal's off. We gotta go." And he's like, "What? Why? What are you talking about?" And he was like, "Who's that?" He's like, "What? He's on our side. Who cares?" He's like, "I don't, I don't care what side he's on. I don't want that dude to see my face or ever know my name." And he's like, "What? Why?" He's like, "I don't know. I just got a feeling that if that dude was naked, with his hands tied behind his back in the middle of the room, and I had my loaded 357 Magnum pointed at his head, I would be afraid still. And I don't want anything to do with that guy. And he's like, all right, we'll call off the deal. And he found out later why that like the guy wasn't like a good. He was actually a good guy, and they like teamed up, and that's how he learned this martial art. And it's the first time he. I don't like talking about someone else's experience like this, but apparently, when he first met this, went to go train in this martial art, he met the dude. His name's Vladimir Vasilov, and Giuseppe Filato apparently can see. He talks about seeing aurora, and it's basically in his book. He talks about basically just seeing the edges of your like figure, and if you look only at the edges of someone, you can see like a haze, like it's distinct once you get used to it, and kind of like the haze you see like on a summer day on the road or something like that. That's what it kind of looks like, and you can actually see it if you pay attention to it, but most people don't pay attention to it. And he explains like normally people only have like 1 or 2 layers that like above that you can see, like noticeably see. And he said when he saw this Vladimir dude, he had like 3 or 4 layers. He said he was the only guy I've ever seen that had more than 2 layers of aurora stacked around like his being. And yeah, so I think aurora can be seen, but I don't think he was talking about the same thing that Jonathan Adam Pants was talking about. His veil is not dropped, I think. He's talking about something else. Maybe like a intent thing, but that wasn't the aurora thing, the etheric, seeing the ether. I don't think it was that. That's something different. And I think that's what happened with the Jonathan dude. And with like ultraviolet cameras and whatnot. I can see auroras ever since I got hit by the sun good few years ago. Got hit by the sun? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Bees, bugs, and animals can see aurora easily. Yeah, I think most animals can. That's why you get dogs that start barking at people for no reason. Like they just seem like a normal dude walking down the street, but really they have like some kind of entity attached to them, and that's why the dog starts barking at them. I was too long on the sun. Huh? Alright, I think I'm gonna cut it here. But oh yeah, Mammoth Cave. The location I'm at. Shit. Yeah, I'm at Mammoth Cave, Kentucky. And if you want to see an interesting story about Mammoth Cave, that Jay Dreamers guy has a great Jay Dreamers Mammoth Cave. He reads like a story from a book called Wonderful Discovery. And I'm like currently located right now in Mammoth Cave, Kentucky. And in this story from 1839, these dudes went into Mammoth Cave and went 2 weeks. By the way, Mammoth Cave is the biggest cave in existence. It's the largest cave ever found. And these dudes went, they don't know where it ends, by the way. Officially, they don't know like how deep it goes. And these guys went back in 1839, went into the cave. They found the cave, went into it, and they went deep enough. They went like if you look at the Mammoth Cave tours, they got like a 1-hour tour, like a 2-hour tour, and then like the expert level tour is like 6 hours long. These dudes went 2 weeks into the cave. Not 6 hours, 2 weeks or more into this cave. And they found another realm, like with a sun, with trees, grass, everything. And like these like Indians, they came flying in on griffins and landed and then gave them rides back to their city inside this cave, right outside my door. And the name of this book is called Wonderful Discovery. Literally, right down the street is this gift shop. It's called Wonderful Discovery. There's something. I gotta go talk to the guy who runs that shop. That's what I gotta do first, because there's definitely some kind of connection with that. Or no, it's not called Wonderful. It's called Wonderful Gift Shop or something like that. But why would you call your gift shop that? That's so weird. And the book that talks about a Hollow Earth account, that's called Wonderful Discovery, happens to be about Mammoth Cave. Like, I don't know. I need to talk to that guy. But yeah, that's where I'm at now. And I feel like there's so many towns like this. So many. But people just don't notice. Like even my town in New Jersey, Haddon Heights, New Jersey, we have this guy. He's he's like a local legend. We call him Stickman. Or yeah, Stickman. Because the guy has been collecting sticks. I should do a video on this guy. But I did do a video on it, but I made it private because it wasn't that good. But yeah, this dude is the local legend. Everyone calls him Stickman. He's 6'8", super skinny, but that's not why he's called Stickman. He's called Stickman because he's been collecting sticks and then meticulously placing them on his front lawn for the past 30 years. Every single fucking day. Every day. He's out there. It's absurd. And no one knows why he does it. I straight up went up to him and asked him. And he said something like, it is what it is. Someone told me this is a burial mound. And then he sighed. And then he was like, sigh. This tree has been battered so much. I don't know. There's something weird. Schizo response. But it felt like he was trying to not reveal his power level. Like he didn't want to really say the reason to me because it would sound too crazy. I think that was the vibe I got from when he said something. But like this guy will spend like 2 or 3 hours, like 5 hours a day. The guy is always out there, like on his knees, meticulously arranging sticks on his front lawn into like runic formations. And he's been doing it every day for 30 fucking years. What is that? I feel like every town has something like this. Some weird like quirk that shows that this realm is not what people think. Like I'm seeing it everywhere. Every town I'm going to, there's always some kind of like weird like quirk to it. It's interesting. I don't know. But yeah, I think I'll end it there. My next spot is probably going to be maybe Bowling Green, Kentucky. I don't know. But thanks for watching. Is the Stick Man a Fed? No, the Stick Man's not a Fed. Oh, also with shit. Also with the Stick Man, dude, I've seen this dude at my local restaurant in New Jersey, like the local pizza place or whatever. He would go into a booth and order like a hoagie, Italian hoagie, a cheese stick, a entire pizza, large pizza, a salad, a Caesar salad, a chicken cutlet sandwich, and like uh, a whole 2 liter drink with a cup with ice. And then he would eat all of it in like 10 minutes. Like just scarfed it down, all of it. And then he would walk back home collecting sticks on the way back to his house. Dude fascinates me. Like, why? Like, what is that dude? I don't know. And everyone knows about him too, and no one questions. He ridiculously puts sticks in runic formations on his front lawn. I'll show you. I'll show you the freaking house right now. Please don't dox the guy. But Google Earth, Google Maps. I'll show his freaking property. It has it right. The Google fucking thing shows the fucking runic formations on his front lawn, stick formations. Prospect. Don't look at this address. Alright, what we got here? Nope, that's not where I'm at. Where's that? Yep, he's right around here. Check this out. The mother, like, where's he at? There he is, see? Fucking runic stick formations on his front lawn. Like, what the fuck? And he'll like cut his lawn. Like, he cuts his lawn. His house is like manicured, right? He's not like a total crazy person. Schizo. Like, he'll cut his lawn every week. And he like just moves the sticks out of the way, cuts it, and then puts them back in place. I've seen him cut the lawn. Shit fascinates me. I don't know. Anyway, before I said sound like a crazy person, I'm gonna end the stream. Thanks for listening. Yeah, but I think he's super skinny. He's not fat, like really skinny. That's why like you might think that his name is Stickman because he's so skinny. That's how skinny he is. I don't know what he is, but yeah, I'm gonna call it the stream. Thanks for listening.